the homunculus leaves his lab and makes his way out into the streets.
My name is Silvia Mercuriali and I am recording a 10 minutes podcast on the eye, which I have created in collaboration with Dominic ffytche and composer Tomaso Perego. I wanted to work on the eye, and Fuel was already in touch with Dominic.
I'm Dr. Dominic ffytche and I have a special interest in vision and the things that go wrong with our visual experiences. We discussed various different ways the audience would be made to think about their visual experiences in a slightly different way.
I had this vague idea of wanting to create an opera to the eye, to an eye choreography, and he got quite interested in that. So that was really the starting point, was how do you turn into music your eye movements?
We have a triangle of relationship. Like, I was working with Silvia, then I met independently Dominic, and as well Dominic was meeting Silvia independently. Dominic was interested in what happens in your head when your eye is moving, and it's all about electricity. The brainwave change, for example, when they ask you to move your eye to the right or to the left, completely all the brainwave, you can see how longer is the pattern, and that for me is musical information that I can then sonify in a way that I like.
What we did, I went and took an eye test with my optician. We recorded him asking me to do certain things, which actually was a real eye test because I was due. I went to Dominic's lab and I got fitted with a weird helmet which is full of electrodes and little wires, and we used the recording of Paul to recreate the eye movements that I made during the visit, and then these eye movements got translated into brain waves that got given to Tomaso, and now he's working on it to make it into music. So it's an opera to an eye choreography.
What I've learnt and have been inspired by it was the way that an artist can deal with a hard scientific problem in an indirect way that perfectly illustrates what we want to say, but in perhaps a more accessible way.
I've really enjoyed working with Dominic, especially because of the rigorous kind of look at how you write something and how to point at the mistakes.
I had the chance to see them in action in the lab when they were recording the sensors and all the makeup that Silvia had to do to place all the sensors all over the body, and I think it was very fun and interesting, and they found themselves because they are very energetic people and they were a good match.
It is real what we're talking about. It is something that really happens in your head, but it is still very poetic. And so it's how you can look at kind of slightly complex scientific ideas, but in a very poetic way, because the scientific idea holds the poetry itself already, and you're just given it, and you can just develop it and make it into something else.